I'm Bleeding Critic. Welcome to Scary Stories UK. Evil from the Sea. Me and my mate Dominic, we had no one to disappoint. We were both single, no responsibilities, both financially comfortable. We just needed an outlet from the repetition, the day-to-day boredom of going through the motions. I felt like a robot, everyday predictable, and Dominic felt the same. We socialised within the community, but the people we knew were dull, oh so vanilla. And there was no one to fall in love with, and you can forget about online dating. We talked about leaving our little town, our little bubble, to do a bit of travelling. And even that wouldn't last long, as all our hard-earned cash would disappear pretty quickly. 'Cause I ain't into that rucksack student vibe. I like comfortable hotels and expensive restaurants too much. Our lives changed that day when we went to the beach. To be transparent with you, I ain't a violent man, nor is Dominic. We went to chill and chat in the gorgeous sun. Oh, I love going into the sea. It's almost a religious ritual for me, swimming around in cold water. Now I'm telling you, on that day there was something in the water. Nothing seen, just a feeling. That's what I remember. After I dived into the water fully submerged and came up for air, I felt different. Same thing happened to Dom. We were happy and enjoying the short break, but we couldn't work out why. We felt a shift. I suggested it was like a new start to our lives, good things to come. Talking outside a bar that night, I tell Dominic that I'm getting really fed up with cars speeding up and down my road. Because of cutbacks, there's not many police about, and I tell Dom they'll only install a speed camera if 2 people are killed. That's how stupid the rules are in the UK. Common sense is you prevent accidents before they happen. Dom said he can think of a couple of people to die so I can have a speed camera installed. We laughed. He said, I'll run 'em over, then reverse and do it again, and you know what? I just stopped laughing and replied, I can think of another 3 people. Let's do it, he said, and that's how it all started. Our mundane lives changed in a heartbeat. Through social media, I tracked my 3 down and he found his 2. We collected 5 victims, scooped them in the back of Dom's big truck. The 5 were initially scared and vulnerable, but after sedation they were oh so compliant. We placed them huddled together in my road and then the fun began. 3 of them just sat down in the road confused, and the other 2 were just lying down looking at the stars in the nighttime sky. It took a while for them all to be dead, dead as in don't bother calling an ambulance dead. I got to drive Dom's truck, bashing into them, driving over them, reverse again. No, go slower this time, keep the revs down so we can hear their bones break. Doing this on a hill, their blood flowed down into the drains like spilt black paint. It took a lot of planning and effort, Every single one of those 5 were genuinely horrible people. We kidnapped and killed them that night and they deserved it. And after all that, I didn't get a speed camera installed because it wasn't classed as a road traffic accident, it was murder. But anyway, it was worth it. I remember after the terrible thing we did, Dom and I looked at each other and we knew being in that stretch of water at West Wittering Beach changed us. And you know what? We couldn't wait to return. The next time we went, we stayed in the water for hours. This time we waited until the tide went out. Something in the water was making us feel untouchable, powerful and vengeful. After being in the sea, we had another deep conversation about how the system to protect the vulnerable in this country is fractured and not fit for purpose. There's too many people who are not getting immediate help. They're not even getting correctly diagnosed. They're falling through the system. Dom was right. He said for the system to change, the pen pushers, the people that hide in front of their screens, need to be taught a violent lesson. I did some research and found a couple of important Muppets. These two have never met people who are suffering from mental health trauma. You know, people that need immediate help. These two just thrive in red tape. So me and Dom, we went to work. We put a few Belgian billiard balls in a thick sock each and smashed their skulls in. Those Aramith balls are the best you can buy than standard pool table balls. Expensive but well worth the damage they inflicted. To be fair, Dominic was much better than me when dishing out the devastating blows. His fury was greater than mine. We were both surprised at the bloody mess we caused. Only one of them died, the one Dom laid into. And the guy I messed up ended up in a coma and he still hasn't woken up yet. Dom and me were great at planning and bringing to life our wicked ideas, but we were so shit at covering our tracks. We got caught and now serving time. A long time. Was it worth it? Well, I was bored with my life, and from never having a fight, never hurting anyone, then going into that sea, I know that's when there was a big change in me. Dom feels the same way. We discovered that being violent, becoming murderers, energised us. Now for me, I enjoy constantly looking over my shoulder, surviving in prison. So yeah, I broke bad and I'm facing the consequences, and yes, it was worth it. Anything to get out of that monotonous lane of a dull life I was swimming in. As for Dom, well, they keep us separated. He's in a different wing. And you know what, as the days and the weeks and the months go by in this prison, I think myself not as a murderer. I see myself as a vigilante. Me and my mate Dominic, we both dream of West Wittering Beach, going into the water on that same sandy stretch. And who knows how it will feel after years of being locked up. When that day comes, maybe we'll just stay in the water and never return home. In the meantime, me and Dom, yeah, we play online together, carrying on our killing in the gaming world. It's not the same as real life murder, but it's fine for now. I'm Bleeding Critic. Book me here on Cameo if you'd like me to create a special video message for one of your friends or enemies. You might request a happy birthday, or to let them know I'll have the starring role in their nightmares. In the meantime, please don't panic if your screen starts to bleed.